so we can be free. All the visions sad, all the visions sad, running through my head, running through my head, running through my head. All the visions sad.
What's up, everyone? Today I have something a little bit different for you guys. So I had a pretty good game in Elise in ranked 5s the other day, and I thought what a perfect idea it would be to highlight what I did in this game and really explain why I did it to kind of give you guys a feel of what higher elo players think about during a game. This is going to be a new video series I'm starting titled Jungle School. But before we get into that, I do want to quickly go over what my official stream schedule is going to be. A lot of you have been asking me for it, and you say you don't check Twitch, so you need the schedule. So I decided it's time to get one. So my stream schedule is going to be as follows. And keep in mind, this is all Eastern time, so make sure you convert it to your own time. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. And on Saturday nights, it'll be starting at 11:30 p.m. going all the way to about 2:30 in the morning. This is what I'm looking at in terms of times I can play. So, take a look at it, take a picture, remember, whatever you need to do. Now, I can't promise that I will play all 5 of these days every week. I mean, I'm a college student, so some weeks could be really busy and I end up missing a day or two. However, this is going to be primarily what I stick by from here on out. Okay, so now that's out of the way. Let's jump right into the reason why you clicked on this video to see some Diamond Elise gameplay with some commentary. Now, I do want to be clear about something. This is not an Elise guide. This is just universal jungle tips with very minimal stress on the actual Elise pick. Most of my videos in this video series from here on out could have multiple champions in it depending on what I decide to do. Anyways, let's get into Jungle School Episode 1. Alright guys, let's start this off by taking you through my early game thought process. So as you can see here, I just finished my initial clear and I got level 3 from it. So this is where I like to either look for a ganking opportunity, take scuttle, or just invade the enemy jungler. So I noticed that my top and mid lane are both pushing, so that tells me, gank's not really possible. However, if you look, the opposing jungler is going to be seeing the opposite as me, so they're going to be looking to gank, right? So taking scuttle becomes a smart decision here for 2 reasons. The first reason is obvious. It provides vision for my solo laners. The second reason is that as Elise, or any early game jungler, really, I have one of the quickest clears and strongest invades, and so taking the scuttle gives me an escape if shit goes sour. Now, this is in rank 5, so I do have comms with my teammates, so keep that in mind. But since, they're shoving their lanes, I call for a roam. I see this. I know what to do in this situation. I call for a roam so we can pick up the easy first blood on the enemy Nocturne and secure a blue buff for Ahri, which would be huge. So let's watch how this plays out.
Don't. Oh, the confusion. I didn't get an assist, really?
Shit, where'd it go? What the fuck? Oh, it's in the brush.
Tops me.
You wanna clear it? I'm back
Let's
bot,
just
by the way.
let's clear quick.
Okay, so skipping to a different Elise game, I wanted to quickly explain a universal tip when it comes to ganking. Now, these clips weren't the best in showing what I'm talking about, but I think I can get the point across. So when ganking, it's a very important concept to save your gap closer for after they use their escape ability, even if that just means their flash. Now, obviously, if you simply can't get to them without it, then go ahead and use your gap close to initiate. But in an ideal ganking situation, you can just walk straight up to them, apply red buff, and wait for them to try and run while hacking away at them. Now, the reasoning that you want to save your gap closer is because if you use it prematurely, then a simple flash, dash, or jump will get them away from you, and now you have no gap closer. However, if you hold on to your gap closer till after they burn their getaway, then you can stick to them and ultimately secure the kill. So please, if there's one thing that you remember from this video, let it be that one thing. Save your gap closer. Okay guys, so the next clip that I felt had some good educational value was this one right here. So it all starts with a successful gank mid. So we kill the TF, and then I go and I take my red buff. It's about 10 minutes into the game now, and I just cleared my red for the second time, and what do I notice? Well, there's 2 important things I notice right now. The first important thing I notice is that TF is dead, obviously, and the top laner is shoving into the enemy top laner's turret. The second important thing that I notice is that Nocturne has just stepped on a ward on the bottom side of the map. So what do I decide to do? I call for Rift Herald. I can't stress this enough. If you ever see something similar to this and you're healthy enough to take Herald, you make that call right away. It's also important that you have a pink or a sweeper available for the Rift Herald pit, but regardless, this is an easy call. Okay, so moving right along to the 12-minute mark, let me show you a very important concept when it comes to jungling. So as you can see, we just killed a TF again, and me and Thresh are both healthy. So this is a very, very important thing we're about to do here. That important thing is called deep warding. Deep warding is something that you've all probably heard of, but you can only do when you have enough information to safely do it. We have that information. The enemy TF is dead, the enemy Nocturne is covering mid, and me and Thresh are both healthy. So we're in a very good position to deep ward. Deep warding should be taken advantage of when given this opportunity, and it should be done with either your mid laner or your support or both, but not really by yourself unless you're absolutely sure that you won't get caught doing so. Skipping ahead to 16:10 in the game, this is another example of me and my support utilizing deep warding. Also keep an eye on where I place my pink ward. That bush specifically on both sides of the map is a great place to place a deep pink ward, as most people won't path through it, so it'll stay alive for a long time. So let me just fast forward 5 minutes later. As you can see, pink is still standing in that bush because of how little people path through that bush. Now, obviously, there's a lot of other things that I did in this game, but these were the points in the game that I felt really reflected things that mainly only high elo players would think about. And my goal here is to put my thought process into your head so you can start to play like a higher elo player would. Now, I know it was just a few clips, but I do feel that these were the most important parts of the game regarding jungle knowledge. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Jungle School. Please like the video and comment below what you would like to see next, and I'll see what I can do. Don't forget to subscribe to see my future content when I post, and of course, don't forget to catch me on Twitch. Thanks, guys. Till next time.
I'm bad luck, baby. You know, it follows me around everywhere I go, and I don't need your sympathy, no. I need a fucking miracle. Oh, red wine, tea stain. It's been a long day. I just want your love, not your money. Leave me here, I'll be fine. I'll wait for the stars to